First and foremost, obviously licensing is definitely, it's not only required, but it's definitely the first step in responsible pet ownership.
Some people might wonder why we're required to register our pets. Registration is required for good reasons, including making sure they're returned quickly if they get lost. Let's find out more about pet registration.
Hi, I'm Bill Mance with Jackson County Close-Up. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're here today with Officer Mike Slusarczyk, Jackson County Animal Services. He's here to tell us about why we're required to register our dogs here in Jackson County. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So why is it important that we register our dogs?
Well, licenses for dogs have a multitude of different benefits. First and foremost, it shows that your dog has been properly vaccinated with rabies.
Okay.
So that's kind of an easy identification. Secondly, with that, it also helps us as animal services get the dog back to you should it go missing or get lost. Obviously, if it comes into our shelter or we find it running about and it has a Jackson County dog license on it, we can easily run that number in the computer, figure out where you live, and with the program we started recently, the Free Ride Home, we can bring a dog back to you at no charge once in a 12-month period if it is wearing a Jackson County current dog license. And lastly, and one of the most important reasons is the money that comes from the dog licensing program supports your local animal shelters and helps us do what we need to do for the animals in our care.
If someone lives outside the city limits, are they also required to license their animals?
Yes, sir. And that's one thing that people kind of don't necessarily understand or think. But yes, it is in fact, every dog over 6 months of age are required to be licensed in Jackson County. And that's about the same age they would be getting their first rabies shot. Cats can be licensed in Jackson County. That program is optional. It is not required for cats to be licensed.
And why would someone license their cat?
Well, sometimes it does help for the same purposes. A lot of apartment complexes or mobile parks have their residents license their cat as well, which helps identify that, hey, this cat is owned. Please don't trap and remove it from the property.
So how does someone go about actually registering their cat or their dog?
The first step in the process is to get a rabies vaccination for your dog. The license is only as good for as long as the rabies is good for. So, for example, your first rabies shot is good for 1 year. You would also be able to buy a 1-year license to coincide with that. Every rabies shot beyond that is worth 3 years, and you can get up to a 3-year license at the same time. Bring proof of that rabies vaccination or send it in to Jackson County Animal Services with your current, obviously, address and information, and we will in turn send you a Jackson County dog license for your dog. We actually offer a rabies shot clinic every third Saturday of the month from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. out at the Jackson County Animal Services Shelter. It's located at 5595 South Pacific Highway in Phoenix. And there you can get a rabies shot for $10, turn right around and get your license all in the same shot, one-stop shopping.
For you, what does responsible ownership look like?
First and foremost, obviously licensing is definitely, it's not only required, but it's definitely the first step in responsible pet ownership. It shows that you have vaccinated your pet, that you have put a tag on your dog so somebody can find them if they should go lost or go missing. More importantly, keep your dogs contained. Keep them within a fenced yard. If you're out in public, it's a good idea to keep your dog on leash just to prevent any sort of incidences. And lastly, make sure that they stay up on their medical care through the vets. Regular exams, vaccinations are definitely part of responsible ownership as well.